It's digital game time!
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to DGT. We're here live at the IEM Invitational in Oakland. We're here at the playoff, I guess you could say, right?
Semifinals.
It's the semifinals of the CSGO competition, and we are excited to be here. We're almost at the end of the final match, so there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. But we're here because we want to talk about this great event, and we're so excited about everything that has been going on here in the world of eSports, and everybody's going bonkers, man. Tell me a little bit about the experience, Francisco.
Well, let me tell you that I'm not a big fan of esports. This is my first experience, not even on TV. Maybe I watch FIFA competitions once in a while, maybe Street Fighter. We made, actually, Mikey Shia back in SAPCON like 2 years ago, something like that, and he is a player for Street Fighter. So that was our first, or my first experience with that type of gaming, I guess you can say, competition gaming. And as you can see right here, we have the team Cloud9 versus FaZe. So are they from another country? Because I keep hearing the people cheering for USA.
They look European. I'm not 100% familiar with the group as well.
It's Sweden.
No, but it's a mixture. I think there's 4 or 5 different ones, but Cloud9 is definitely US. So that's why everybody's cheering USA every time they win, which is kind of funny, but kind of cool at the same time.
Excellent. Well, this is my first time coming to this event as well. It's exceeded my expectations, actually. I didn't know what to expect. So just to begin with, didn't have much expectations, I have to be honest. However, it has a great vibe to it. Everybody's pretty friendly, and everybody is just like here because they love video games. Just the same way that we love video games as well. They live it to an intensity that I have not seen demonstrated publicly before, because it's almost like when you go to an NFL game, when you go to an NBA game, when you go to a FIFA game, they treat it like it's something that is just as special as what live sports are, and that's what we call this eSports. And it's definitely a great vibe, and I recommend it to anybody who's never tried it before, that even has a remote interest in video games. This is definitely a good experience.
I think we were all kind of reluctant about what was going to happen here, because it is the 3 of us. It's the first time being in a championship arena, or semifinals now, but we weren't expecting what we've been seeing so far. We didn't know exactly what was going to happen, but I can tell you from the moment we sat down and started watching the first competition of each of these games, from the get-go, we started started getting like anxious, like over there, like we were getting into it, like what we would normally do in front of our monitors at our homes. Now multiply that times.
Except I have to say, this is more like of an extrovert way of doing it, because what you feel inside in your home, in your computer desk, you say it, you express it with your outer voice here, because everybody else is so into it as well.
Well, it also makes it more enthusiastic, because at home you're kind of like, yeah, all right, some low key, calm kind of, but right here it's like you hear everybody cheering, you want to cheer too, so you get even more energized and more pumped. So it's like, I don't know, we got quite a few hundreds of people here, so multiply that feeling, you get times that. It's just that much more crazier. Right now we're at the semifinal. This is the last game of the day for Saturday, and we got, like Pancho said, Cloud9 versus FaZe. I just took a quick look. We're at halftime right now. Cloud9 is losing bad. It's like 4-11, and
they're one of the more popular teams here in the United States, for sure.
Definitely. So I was kind of expecting it to be a little bit the other way around, or if not kind of level, but they're definitely falling behind. So I don't know what's going to happen on this next second half.
We began the night. Got to give shout outs to Playerunknown's Battlegrounds, PUBG, as many of you know it. And I'll have to be honest with you. When I first got here, we sat down. We're going through the match. I thought to myself, like, wow, we're sitting here spectating a bunch of guys sitting at desks playing a game, and nothing's really going on. So you have to understand this part of the game. You're here not to see the players, which is quite odd considering when you go to a sport, you're there to see the players. You're more here to see the action of the art that they do within the world of that video game. Playerunknown's Battlegrounds, definitely one of the games that starts off real slow. You kind of just appreciate where they're landing, where they're looting, where the how they begin with their strategies, what they want out of each little location that the teams have predetermined as part of their strategy, and then they just go off and get right into the action as the circle closes in on them. That mortal circle.
Mortal Kombat all up in that little circle.
Yeah, it gets really savage once it gets to just the last 30 players, and it's just kill from the left, kill from the right. It's kind of hard at first to follow the action, but if you've been watching something like this for long enough, you'll know exactly what to look for. In addition to all this, I also have to remind everybody who's watching us at home through Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, that you can also drop comments down below, and we'll be communicating with you through the chat. So please go ahead and do that. Shout outs to all of you watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, I want to keep it going. Who do you think is going to win this match? We have Cloud9, FaZe Clan. We know Cloud9's falling a little bit behind.
Not a little bit, a lot. A lot. It's 4-11, as we see right here on the scoreboard. But, who knows? I mean,
No chance for a comeback?
possibly. I mean, these are all talented individuals. Like you were saying, you're here to see them compete, not necessarily see them. I mean, obviously we can see them here from where we're at, but it's like, yeah, already? Yeah, you can see it right there. So it's still up in the air. I mean, they could put a miraculous comeback as how they're playing, but there it goes. They just got another point against them. So I don't know. I mean, I'm rooting for them, but I'm also rooting for the other guys because I mean, I just love the competition. It's awesome.
That's right. The best have to go on. We can't just go for our favorites all the time. The best have to go on. That way they can face the best in tomorrow's final as well. So round one, we had four rounds of PUBG action. How many rounds was it of CSGO action?
I believe it was, I want to say five or six, because they're doing a few more matches because these are actually a little bit quicker than the PUBG action that we saw on the other side. So more or less about every half hour they have a competition going. So they've been going for about 4 hours. So it might have actually been 8. I think it was probably 8 rounds that went on. This, I think, is the 8th one of the day. And then tomorrow they're going to do the last 8 to finish up. PUBG, the same thing. Next, tomorrow, they're going to do the last 4. And that's the championship right there on both sides.
Yeah, excellent action going on. Personally, I just want to say I want to thank IEM for the
IEM Oakland.
hashtag IEM Oakland for allowing us to be a part of today. Our audience, I know, is not used to the video game events such as eSports. Not yet, anyway. We've been covering a lot of the live events, but stuff like Comic-Con and Fanime, anime expos, comic expos, some of the grand openings of certain films as well. We've been there, but now we're bringing you something a little bit new, but in line with what we're all about, which is about games, movies, and pop culture. All from a family perspective, of course. G-rated. We try to keep it G-rated most of the time, but there's.
Just pump it up to PG just to be on the safe side.
Right. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is sometimes with the type of video game content that we put up, we do like games with guns. True. And hence we're here. And so I just want to thank Intel, all the people at IEM, everybody who went ahead and sponsored this event. I think it was great. I think it's excellent. The beautiful city of Oakland, very nice, great atmosphere, lots of help. we had a little bit of drama coming in. Would you like to talk about that?
Well, yeah, we are at the Golden State Warriors Arena, the Oracle Arena. That's where they're holding the event. And so ESL, Intel, they're the main organizers of the event. And so they gave us our badge for press. They told us, they give us an email once we're approved. Go to whatever building, any day from whatever time to whatever time to pick up your badges. And we kind of already know what to do from our previous experiences. But this time, I don't know if the people organizing the event didn't talk to the actual security guards at the door, but I was like, we asked, it's like, where can we go get our badge? And they're like, well, you have to go that way. So we go this way, and this lady tells us, oh, you need a badge to be able to come in through here. Where do we pick it up? Oh, go that way, the same place where we were at. So we go back, and the person through the metal detector does not let us, or doesn't want to let us go through because we cannot go through with backpacks. But we are media, so we are allowed to have backpacks. So they had to communicate back and forth until finally they tell us, okay, we'll check your bag, go get your pass, and then come back and go out the door you came from. So we're like, okay. So we finally got our pass, and then we're trying to exit to go through the door we're supposed to go in, and they don't want to let us go out. So it's like, no, you stay here, you can't go out. But it's like, yeah, but if we stay on this side, we have to wait until the general public is allowed to come in. Otherwise, it was a mess, but it was resolved. And I think it was just a matter of miscommunication more than anything. But everything got solved, and we're here enjoying this.
Yeah, our producer's telling us to cut it. Just kidding. I don't got nothing in here. I'm the producer. We have to cut it, guys. It's been fun, but the show's almost over, and
nuts trying to get out of here if these people get out before us. So,
yeah, that's right. Throughout most of the event here at the CS:GO side of things, it's been just packed. A lot of people here, a lot of cheering. Almost lost our voices, I think.
I think so.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank you very much again for joining us for another edition of DGT. We're here live from the IEM Oakland Invitational. Until next time, remember, enjoy your games and love your families. Ciao.
Just about making away with the foliage, but great job getting some damage done on that transition. And there's someone new there.
So soon as vacated.